Hi, what we have here today is the 2024 Rockwood Geo Pro 19 FDS. So there are some brand new features associated with the 2024s that I'm excited to share with you. And then a lot of the tried and true stuff which Rockwood is just doing for you year after year. So one of the first things that you notice with the 2024s is that you have a slightly different decal pattern, and so the outside looks a little bit different. It's kind of convenient that we have a 2024 and 2023 right here, and so you have a little bit more black on the outside right there, a little bit more contrast between the colors, kind of pops a little bit more. And then around the outside you have this partial paint, which is a charcoal color going all the way across. And while you're looking over here, you can see the next feature for the 2024s, the hugely upgraded slam latch doors. You can see right behind me on the 2023s, you have to do that old kind of pain in the butt. You got to pull it and twist it, and sometimes they don't work right. They always break. These things, so easy to just open and slam shut. You still got the solar on the side, which Rockwood Geo Pros are always going to do for you. And so it comes pre-mounted with one solar panel, 200 watt on the roof. And so if you want to bring another solar panel with you, you can. You just got to plug it in right here. Let's say you park in the shade because you don't want to be using the AC all the time. Well, you could wire this out into the sun, and so you have the opportunity to put the solar panel in the sun and park in the shade. You can see with the 19 FDS that you got a nice little storage door here. Because this is where the fold down bed is, you don't get the full pass through here, but what they make up for it with is the amount of height that you get. You get a real good amount of height in here that goes way up there in that finished storage door. And the Geo Pros are going to put storage in absolutely every place they can. And so here's where your full pass through is going to be. And so if you got bins that you could put in there, or umbrella, or a canopy, or a tent, whatever that's really super long, you can do that. And again, with that slam latch and the magnet latch there too. They do come with the step above steps right here, and so you got two steps, very sturdy steps going in and out, and then they go up into there. I'll just demonstrate that also, really super easily. So and that's really light, really easy to get back in there. You have a nice big awning above you here. That's probably going to be at least a 13-foot awning, and so that makes it so that you have a nice big campsite. It's going to be nice and shaded. If you leave it out all night, you're not going to have dew drop down and get all of your chairs all wet. So really comfortable camp environment for you. You have the nice big 15-inch wheels here, and so associated with that is a huge amount of clearance. You can see that's at least 2 feet of clearance. That makes it so that if you are going off-road or off-grid, that you're going to have the space to be able to not bottom out on those rocks, something like that. Speaking of off-road, off-grid, Geo Pro is going to have a lot more features associated with that for you. The 200 watt solar panel, like I mentioned. What they also did for the 2024s is a very special thing. And so they used to just do 1,000 watt inverters, which was really special to have 1,000 watts standard with every Geo Pro. Well, they upped it for the 2024s. Now they have an 1,800 watt inverter. And what that means is that the plugs that you have inside of the unit and the outside too, they can work right off of the battery, right off of that solar panel. So using the power of the sun to not just power your lights, to not just power your slide, to not just power your awning, to not just power your water pump, but to also power a bunch of your plugs. And with the 1,800 watt inverters, the amount of power that you can get to those plugs has really amplified. You almost doubled it. And so now you have the capacity to have that coffee maker, to have that charger, to have all of those things that make your camp experience really nice. Me personally, I like to plug outside lights on to all around my awning to really brighten it up at night. And so you can do that even off of your inverter now. So you have your hot water heater here. Frameless windows look really sharp. This is that latch that Rockwood always does. So you put your platform here and then the grill on top, so you have outdoor cooking right there, right on the outside. Super easy, super convenient. Again, another slam latch door here. Nice little storage area. You have access to some plumbing as well. Another upgrade, I know we're just loaded with upgrades for the 2024s, is this new stabilizer. This is the quick drop stabilizer. You can just see how heavy duty this thing is. I don't know if you can get a close-up on this compared to what they used to do, but this whole unit is just thicker. It's just more heavy duty. This platform right here is bigger, and it's a quick drop, so it's not going to take. The other ones didn't take long, 15 seconds. This one, 5 seconds, boom, it's all the way down. It's super stable, super easy, super convenient. Going around to the back side, most of the connections are going to be all right here in one spot. Your tank flush, city water, and then your sanitizer spot too. On the up there, you have your prep for your rear backup camera. You do have a hitch associated with the Rockwoods. They always do that for you. A lot of people want to have more cargo space, and so they'll add a cargo carrier. They'll add an additional bike rack. Maybe the cargo carrier has a ramp to drive your electric bikes on. They just make it so your camp experience is really, really nice. A ladder pre-installed too. On this unit, you have a slide topper pre-installed. We could do that for you here at the shop. It costs you $820. That's $820 of value that you're getting with that slide topper. You have your sewer hose all in one convenient spot, and so your black valve and your gray valve is all going to be very close. So in other units, my unit at home, I have to crawl all the way underneath, basically get on my back right near all the stinkiness in order to open and close the valve. This one has the valves right here, right there. Very easy and convenient to get to. More storage. They just do Rockwood, just storage everywhere. They do storage better than anybody else on the market. Another little storage compartment for back here. I'd probably put maybe my sewer hose could go back here, maybe my gloves to do my sewer, maybe my crank bar, all that stuff, all that back end stuff can go right here. Maybe my hose, all that. More storage there, more storage there, storage all the way around. On the front cap, you can see you got the molded fiberglass one-piece front cap, and then you have the windshield in the front too. That windshield makes you look great when you're driving down the road. Also, it's in a lot of natural light when you're on the inside. Also, you can look at the stars while you sleep, which is like why I like to camp. You know what I mean? You got the bike rack pre-installed in all these. A lot of times you're at the campground, you want to bring your bikes. They're big campgrounds. You want to go from point A to point B super fast. It's also just fun. Space for two 20-pound propane tanks is going to be more than enough to power anything that you got, your furnace, your hot water heater, your ovens, all that. And then your power tongue jack as well. I'm trying to think if I forgot anything. I think that's it for the outside. Oh, a couple more construction things. You have Asdel in the wall. So the Asdel is a manufactured material. That's the replacement to Luan. Luan was the plywood made of an organic material, obviously made of wood, and so it can swell, it can contract, it can mold, and it can just break down. That's what life does. Asdel, made out of petroleum product, not going to break down like wood does. It's going to stand the test of time for you. Also, in terms of the ride quality, you got Dexter torsion axles in the Rockwood Geo Pro. That means two things. One, you got rubber on steel when the wheel meets the axle, so it's going to be a smooth ride in that way. On top of that, the torsion axles make it so that the wheels act independently from one another, and so when you hit a pothole on one side, the whole unit isn't going to feel it. Nice big grab handle here is really important to get inside as well. Outdoor speakers, fit on in. So as soon as you head in, you can see that even for a unit this size, you get a good degree of space. You know what, before we do that, let's turn the lights on. Can we turn the lights on here? So we got a control panel right here, and so you can see all the controls there, and you have your interior lights, your step light, your awning light. Your water heater is both gas or electric. Water pump there. You actually have tank heaters, so your black tank, your gray tank, you can turn the 12-volt heating pads on if you're trying to extend the season. The awning can extend and retract there, and the slide in and out all right there. You can also control that on an app on your phone. And so first thing I want to show you is this Murphy bed. So Murphy bed is an insane way of saving space in a small space like this and making it feel a lot more spacious. So you have a nice little slide here which helps open it up, and on top of that you have this here. So many Murphy beds come with a couch, but they're not all going to come with a couch like this. And so you have this really super soft and comfortable leatherette. That folds down where you actually have the cup holders right there. But then the last thing that you hardly ever get on a couch with a Murphy bed is the recliners. So I can actually kick back and relax a little bit on this couch, whereas the vast majority of other couches, they're just doing the bare minimum. I actually have an armrest. Hardly ever get an armrest on a couch like that. Okay? So you got this here, and they make it super easy and convenient for you to have this pull strap here. You just pull that. See, you're no longer having to use both. And we're back. So I'm putting down this Murphy bed right now. And so all you need to do is bring this latch over. Oh, it's a little bit tricky there. Oh, I was just pressing too hard. Okay. And then you bring that down. And then voila, so you have a bed. And not just any bed here, but this is a bed that you can actually get off either side. A lot of beds on units at this size and price point, what you have to do is that one person has to climb over the other person and wake them up in the middle of the night if you have to use the bathroom or anything like that. With this unit, you can actually get off either side, walk around and use the bathroom, or get up before the other person or anything like that. And then you also can see from this side, the front windshield obviously looks super sharp in the inside as well. Lets in a lot of that natural light, see the stars, all of that. And putting it up is just as easy. I just pull this lever, you can see it down over here. You pull that lever and then the whole thing just comes up. And that just goes right in there. And this goes back up. And it's good. So the other elements that you have in here is you have a dinette over in this side. This is in the bed form, so all you gotta do is take these off, put those there, boom, you got another bed. So if you have a kid or a small adult, you can definitely sleep another one in here. Otherwise, you can absolutely get a tent and have them sleep outside. You have very strong cabinets here, super strong. They're not gonna go bad. A lot of other cabinets, they break, they wiggle after just 1 year of use. Rockwood's cabinets are strong and sturdy. You have 5/8 tongue and groove floor here, so that's a residential style of flooring. Makes it so that the unit is just going to hold up over time. You're not going to get as many soft spots as you would with other units. You have a brand new Magic Chef 12-volt refrigerator, so that works right off the battery. That's why you can see that it's on right now, even though all we have is the battery. And so you can travel to your camp, you can load up the fridge, travel to your campground, have it on the entire time just off of that battery alone. They actually have a 3-burner stove. For a unit of this size, you hardly ever get a 3-burner stove with that backsplash as well, which is going to be super easy to clean too. That's an amazing feature that that no other brand is doing for you at this size and price point. So you got the microwave here as well. And one of the biggest things is that it's also a convection microwave. And so you can bake things in here just as though you'd be able to do so in an oven. They're going to have also a sink for you here too. That's a nice good sized sink. The countertop is actually quite long, and so there's a lot of counter space here. You're not going to be piling up all the dishes in one spot if you have a lot of dishes after a cookout or something. The sink is nice and deep, and then you have your power back here as well. And so you can power some things back here, whether you have a coffee maker, something like that, or your charger, anything you need. You do have a fan associated here, so you could turn on the vent fan for that as well. While we're talking about fans, I can also I'll move on to the bathroom, so we can move on to the Max Air vent fan. So it comes pre-installed with that fan and also the Max Air vent cover. So you could turn that on, and it's going to take out 920 CFM of air right out of this camper. You crack a window, create a great cross ventilation. You turn the shower on, you're going to have lots of humidity just escaping, so you're protecting your investment. And then also any smells you're getting out of the camper that way too. And then the vent cover makes it so that you can always keep the vent open, so you always have that great airflow. If you can, I don't know if you got space to see me in the bathroom, but what you have here is you have a huge amount of cabinet space in that medicine cabinet, so anything you need in there. The great thing about that is that not just is great for your camping, but then also in between trips, you can actually store things in there in between your trips. Deep counter here in this rear bath style of layout, so enough space for all the toothbrushes, soap, anything that you leave on there. They even have you this pre-installed too. They're just doing everything to make it feel like home. Cabinets below. If you can tuck around the corner, you can see that you actually have ducted heat. When my toe is pointing right there, you have ducted heat going even into the bathroom for a unit this size. That's amazing. You have another cabinet there. They're putting cabinets absolutely everywhere. You have your toilet, which gives you enough leg room even with the doors closed. And then you have your nice 24 by 36 inch shower, and I'm going to stand in it. Let's see if I can stand up. I'm a 6'2" man, and my head is touching, but I can absolutely stand up straight in here. Most campers of this size, especially the Geo Pro, it's actually only 10 feet 2 or so. That makes it so that it's very easily towable, very easily storable in a lot of situations. But a lot of times it's hard to stand up in a shower in a unit of this size. But with this skylight, they're making it so that even I can stand up here, which is amazing. And on top of that, they have the Shower Miser water saving system. That makes it so that you can cycle your water internally, so that the hot water doesn't get wasted as you're trying to heat it up. So it cycles internally. So this is just loaded with features that are great for the off-road, off-grid sort of people. Just to summarize, we have the 15-inch wheels, we have the off-road tires, we have the 200-watt solar panel, we have the 1800-watt inverter, we have what else for dry camping? The 12-volt refrigerator, which works right off of that. And so all these things are making it so that you can go into a field someplace, you can go to a vineyard, you can go to a farm, and you can use the vast majority of appliances and things in this unit without having to be plugged into those really tight campsites. So thanks for watching the walk around on the 2024 Rockwood 19 FBS, or FDS I should say. Let me know what questions you have. Feel free to like the video, subscribe, click the notification bell when new videos arise. Thanks so much for watching.